Be quiet. Okay, let's go. Life is like this. All right. So, Ala Tzadikim, we have Likutei Halacha, Hilchos Tefila Halacha Hey. So, we are holding in the middle of Seif Gimel, where we are enumerating the 12 middle brachos of Shmoneh Esrei, how each one corresponds to one of the 12 tribes. So we are holding by, we said that the first one is against Reuven, Ashivenu is Shimon, Slachlan is Levi, Reba Mienu is Yehuda, Refaenu is Issachar, Baruch Aleinu is Zvulun, Tkab Shofar, this is Dan, Hashiva Shoftenu is Naphtali, Ala Tzadikim is obviously corresponding to, with Yosef, which is called Tzadik. With Yerushalayim is Keneged Binyamin, because Yerushalayim was in the Chelek of Binyamin. Es Semech David Abdecho, this is Keneged Gad. Shemenu Yitzay Eliyahu, Shemikarev HaGeula, Eliyahu Novi, he's the one that will bring the Geula Mitzvah Shem. Chol Tzmichas Keres and Yeshua Yadoi. The growing of the Keren Yeshua is through him. It says in Bamedish, in Pasha Tzadik Tes, they understand the Indian Dan. So as Yaakov Avinu saw him, he said, Mishoscha Kiviti Hashem. When Yaakov saw Dan, he said, Mishoscha Kiviti Hashem. And he says, and Zeh Mevias HaGeula Elo Migad. This one, Dan brings the Geula only from God. שנאמר, God, גדוד יקודנו והוא יגוד עקב. God, I'm not exactly sure how to translate, God, גדוד יקודנו והוא יגוד עקב. It's like the simple translation that I understand is that God is surrounded by a legion, and he will, Yagud means supposedly will cut off the tendon of the heel of those that attack him, because the greatest athlete, once you cut off the tendon in the back of his foot, or his kapaluch, that's it, it's gone. So God, it's all about Shevet God. Yagud Akev is going to cut off the tendon of the heel, of the back of the foot. The one who comes at the end of time, to the heel of time. I'm sending you Leah Novi, who comes from the tribe of God. It is for your Yeshua that we wait and we hope all day long. This is the parallel to Yeshua Hashem that Yaakov said right next to the bracha of God Gedul Yimudenu. But now we are only hoping Yeshua through the Zera God, which is Raya Novi, that will come with Hashem soon and will announce to us that Geula is coming. That's why it's Tzemech Abdecho, this corresponds to God. Shma Kolein, here our voice, corresponds to Osher, which is called Be'oshri Kishvuni Manot, and my happiness for women have confirmed me. If you notice, men have a tendency of communicating with one another in order to depart mostly information. That's what they do. Women don't do that. Women obviously give information, but the talk of women is based on affirmation. Men may think it's funny, but it's a wonderful system. You see two women, when they get together, what do? No. But they don't both talk at the same time. It's okay, it's fine. They don't both talk at the same time. One is talking, and is saying and saying and saying. The other one is going, You don't say it. Unbelievable. I can't believe it. While one is talking. And then they switch. Yeah. The second one is just, spelling it over, and the other one says, unbelievable. Right. No. Really? Now, to us, man, it sounds funny. But it's not. No. It's a system. What they do is they give each other affirmation. Right. This is what they do.
Men do. Men don't do this?
No, men are crazy. They're dumb. Just like hey, what happened? If sound is difficult for you, how do men affirm other men? It's small on you, man. It's nothing for you. You're way bigger than that. It's not. I'm suffering. It's nothing for you. That's the way. And men, when they're, it's what can you do? That's the way men are. That's the way men are. That's the way women are. He says, "Go shri," in my happiness, in my affirmation, ki shuni banos, for girls have affirmed me. He says, "Osha." He says, "Of shma kovenu kshem izber shomea Tefila Yisrael, HaKadosh Baruch Hu hears the Tefila of Am Yisrael. As Hakol Goy Ma'al Yisrael, everybody sees the Ma'ala of Yisrael. V'Hakol Me'ashris, everybody affirms them. V'Vkinos Ashream Shekachim. Affirmation is not a small thing. Ashream Shekachim. Fortunate is the Am, that that's his lot. Ashrei ha'am she'Hashem Elokav. Fortunate is the nation that Hashem is his God. Sheshomea tfilos b'chol kol ha'mayim. That hears their calling, their tefillah, wherever it is they call them. B'fchinas ashreicha Yisrael mi chamocha am nashal Hashem. Fortunate you are, Yisrael, who is like you, a nation that is helped by Hashem. Sheshomea tfilosom, that hear their tefillah, and Moshiach Tomid, and save them all the time. I said, be quiet. No, okay, fine, you don't understand. Gavis, it doesn't know that its days are numbered.
He does know it's numbered.
That's why he's counting. Maybe he's counting. That's the brach of Shemiat Tefillah corresponds to Asha. Now, the Hilchas Tefillah, Aloha Vav, is combined in Nichal Bikash Halach Aloha Hey, and the Rosh Prakim that have to do with Tefillah Aloha Vav, that is combined in Hilchas Bikash, as we said before, is said on the Terves Ha'orim, Siman Daled, in the fourth Torah and second Chelek. Oshia Hashem Kipasu Emunim, Amalnu Shonenu, Nakbir Sfaseinu. Hashem save us, for the people of faith have ended. Asher Ulu Shonenu Nakbir Sfaseinu Mi'itanu Mi'adon Lanu. We said to our language, we will surge with our we will talk a lot. We'll say, who is our master? Because the Dibur has tremendous koyach. As I wrote over there about Mama Al-Husseinu, he says that we also come, that he says, when Bala called Bilam, he says the koyach of Am Yisrael is with their mouth. He says, what is the koyach of Moshe Rabbeinu with his mouth? So we'll come with Bilam, his koyach is also with his mouth. Yavam Pinchas Ve'efalo, Pinchas stood and prayed at Chazil Tzedakah, because Pinchas, he was jealous then, with the jealousy of Hashem, because he did tzedakah. Avram Zokin Baba Yomim, Avram Zokin Baba Yomim, the Sival Bayomim that he used to. What do you mean Kam Bayomim? He was Zokin Baba Yomim. Every single day was started him. So he owned all the days. This is how he's considered old. This is the Talmid of Shalom Avinu. They have Ein Toivo, V'chole. They have good eye. Talmid of Avinu Moshe is Ein Ro. Because Avram Avinu was Zoichet to whatever was Zoichet only through good rotzing, good will, good ambition that he had. And he used to take it out of his mouth, he used to speak. Bilam, Lo Bezos, was exactly the opposite. He strengthened himself with evil ritzonus that he used to say it out of his mouth. And you say, what's between the Talmidim of Avram Avinu and Talmidim of the students of Avram Avinu, the students of Bilam? Because they're both, doing actions the way they want in this world. But Achris Leish Shalom, the end is for a man of peace. Is a good end. V'achis Rishoyim nichroso, and the end of Rishoyim is cut off, is demised. Because Talmid of Avram Avinu Shalom, they get this world, they get the next world. Talmid of Bilam, they go to Be'er Shachas. Es Chazal said in the Shabbat, or light, Elo Maseim Shlo Tzadikim, that's the deeds of the Tzadikim. Choshech, darkness, these are the Ma'asim of Rishoyim. And still I don't know which one Hashem wants more. Talmud Loimo Vayar Elokim Esa'er Kitov. That Hashem saw the light and it is good. Ki mikra echad l'tzadik v'l'rosha v'chule. Mi yodea ruach ha'odam ha'oila ruach ha'beim ha'yeret v'mata v'ech yamut chokam v'mksim. We went through this whole mixture of explaining what does it mean. What shall I curse and Hashem hasn't cursed? What shall I be angry and Hashem hasn't become angry? Because those days Kodesh Baruch Hu was not angry because Moshe with his koyach, he brought about the mitzvah dafka then will be a esrotz, the exact opposite of Kaas. He says, and the fact that Bilam says Kimirosh Tzurim Er'enu Gvos Ashurenu, from the head of mountains I will see him, from top of hills I will gaze upon him. These are the forefathers and the matriarchs. That all the avodah, the entire avodah of Avraham, Yitzchak, and Yaakov, and the four Emos, the four matriarchs, is Rotzon Toiv. This is Tzurim. Why is Dafka they are called Tzurim? They are called rocks. The rock of my heart is Hashem. Hashem is my part forever. What is Gvoes? Is Haramol Givas Alavoino, the mountain of Meir, the hill of the frankincense, of the Lavoino. So Mekom Beis HaMikdash, the way everything comes up the Rotzim. There's the Ur Aponim. There everybody goes in Shlosha Regolim. Now Tzur and Giva, a rock in a hill, and Chazekis, they're very strong, they're high, because the Rotzon Oila Alakom. It is because it's the will, the volition that wins over everything. Sitra Achra is exactly the opposite. They put their psilim on the mountains, on the rocks, on the hills. You go to Brazil, you go to Rio, there's a big mountain over there, the Avodah Zarah, right on top of the mountain is the Avodah Zarah. And their heart is harder than stone, preventing the truth to come in. But the children of Rome, they're as strong as rocks with a good rotzah, and they ascend above all the mountains, all the hills. These are ideas which are greater than the seichel. These are the makifim, which are greater than the seichel. And a lot, Shem Yerachem lost the Yiddishkeit because of this. But Am Yisrael and the Ovos, they overcome everything. They are beyonders. Because when you go with the seichel higher and higher and higher and higher, ultimately you get to a point where nothing makes any sense to you anymore. But Am Yisrael don't bother with that. What they do is they skip the whole thing. They skip to the beyond, to the other side, to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. They don't try to reach HaKadosh Baruch Hu through proofs. One thing proves another, proves another, proves another. They just jump into one and that's it. That's what Avram Ivri. is the Hebrew. What is Ivri? Ivri means the beyonder. So the entire world here, Avraham Avinu is on the other side. He just skips over all the way to the other side. In Al Mavadad Yishkoin, a nation will reside by themselves. They are just between them and themselves. They're making Hizbedidus, they're talking to Hashem. They sit and they figure out very good what's going to be their end. What is their target? What is their goal? Why do they exist? An Am, a nation that sits and reflects what is the reason for everything. So Hizbedidus and talk between him and Hashem. They don't bring about any of what the goyim do. They run after money, which is shmad and avodah zarah. It's all the nonsense of the goyim. This is not in their minds. Mimono of Yaakov, who counted the sand of Yaakov. That's which is done from every single step that you're doing in Avodas Hashem. Misparas Rova Yisrael, the counting, the Rova Yisrael, the 4 flags of Daled. Rova means Ribua, it's a square. The Daled, the Echad. Thomas Nafshi Mosi Short Yechazikamo, may my nefesh die the death of the just, and my head should be like him, because HaKadosh Baruch Hu twisted his mouth and he had to admit that at the end, in time of death, then everybody will understand what is the difference with somebody that goes la leina derech of Bilam, and somebody who is going the derech of Aseinu, that strengthen the Ratzon, and this is what they do. Shem should help us. Ad kan Hilchos Tefila, Halacha Hey.